Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here with John Rush behind the camera, and today we are reviewing the 2014 Scion TC in Scion brand, which Dad, you went over a little bit in the shorter version of this review, is a subsidiary of Toyota. It's a company under Toyota. But
it's like Lexus.
Exactly.
Think of it that way.
Except it's marketed more towards my generation,
That's
which
right.
is partly why I'm doing this review this morning. So this car right now, as it sits, is just over $20,000. It includes a touch screen, it includes a sunroof, and I will say this, it has a dual sort of sunroof in it, where the back seat, which is, while you have to climb in, it's a two-door. It does have something for you to look through. It's just a little feature. Do like the looks of this car. At first I was kind of like, man, this kind of looks like a little RC car, but really when you drive it, it feels bigger than that. You feel more safe, you feel more compact. It drives aggressively enough. I would recommend this car for a first-time driver, which Dad, you have said. This car is safe. The insurance isn't going to be, in an opinion, obvious for a first-time driver, it's going to be higher.
Yeah, you're going to have to check that on your own. Who knows? But I would guess it wouldn't be as bad as some of the other sport coupes that are out there.
Exactly. And, well, power-wise, you mentioned sports. Power-wise, it does great. It's not going to blow the doors off of anyone, but at the same time, it's going to get you...
Car runs great, and I'm an old guy, so I've driven a lot of performance cars. This car is not a, it's nothing to play down at all. The car actually runs very well, and you can get this, by the way, in a manual transmission or an automatic transmission.
And that leads us to the fuel economy of it. The fuel economy of this car is about, you've been averaging, Dad, about 31 miles per gallon. I was about 26, which is probably what you could expect from a first-time driver. Something that we will mention here, which we normally save to the interior, is the hatchback. We mentioned it in the short review. I really do like this, and we do like it. It gives you a lot of space in the back to put whatever you done. The seats can fold down. Once again, we're not going to go over that right now, but the seats will fold down. You can put quite a bit of room in here. There's probably from the back here to the front.
You can put skis, snowboards, whatever.
There's at least 6 feet of room.
And to Richard's point, this car is designed for that younger generation driver. So Richard, why don't we go take a quick test drive in it real quick? We'll come back and do the interior. How's that sound? Good. All right, we hope you enjoyed the initial part of our long review. We're now into the driving portion of the review. Again, 2014 Scion TC. It's always interesting how Scion picks their names, by the way, but that's a side note. Anyways, Scion TC, great little car, actually drives well. This is not a luxury sport coupe. This is a entry level. I would say, in fact, Scion is not bashful in this at all. This car is marketed towards the younger generation, the younger crowd. It's got lots of different upgrades that you can get through Toyota and other aftermarket accessory dealers, and again, just makes it's a great car. As far as a first car goes, especially for young drivers, etc., would this be a car I'd recommend? Highly. Yeah, car actually has good power, runs well. Actually, even for an old guy like me, 50 years old, I don't mind driving this car at all. It actually works well. It's comfortable. It gets good mileage. We've averaged almost 31 miles to the gallon in it. The car works great. So it's really, I've really enjoyed driving it. Richard, what are your thoughts?
Really like this car. Being a member of the younger generation is definitely a car that I could see being a first driver, or a first car, especially with the price tag of being under 20,000, and it does have a sunroof, which will show you a little bit more on the interior portion. But no, overall it's a great car. Really enjoyed it. Okay fans, we're back from our driving portion. Hopefully you enjoyed that, got to see how the car maneuvers a little bit. We're now on the interior of the 2014 Scion TC. Dad, as you kind of go into the back, I have had several passengers in the back, and they say that there's more room in this car than most cars they'll find. We have an extended family member, or future family member, has a Mini Cooper 2-door. And she said that in the back of her Mini, which is a little, depending on how you look at it, there's not nearly as much room in the back seat of that car versus this car. So something to consider. It does have quite a bit of back room area in it. As far as the interior goes, it does have the touchscreen like we talked about. We'll kind of fire it up here and show everyone what that looks like. The touchscreen was fairly easy to use. Once again, it's kind of has a cooler, different look to it. It has a red look.
Yeah, this is not the Intune that you're used to in a full-bore Toyota. Again, this is not a $30,000 car. It's a $20,000 car designed for that emerging young millennial generation is what it's really designed for.
Exactly it is. So you can go through a lot of different things. When you choose audio, you can kind of see this is kind of cool that it kind of flips through the different areas for you to select. So you have your Bluetooth, your USB, CDs if you still are using those these days, AM, aux, FM. It really is.
I'm sure why a car designed for the younger generation even has a CD player. That's a side note.
I don't even have any CDs anymore. So, but really, it is great. Shift knob's great. It does have an emergency brake. It does have the dual climate controls. But once again, keep in mind that this car is not designed to have all the luxury amenities. It's designed to have the basic amenities for that emerging market, for someone like myself who doesn't want to pay $35,000, $40,000 for the dual climate control leather seats. So other than that, really this car really is nice. Dad, what were your thoughts on this?
I like this car. It drives well, works well. That's in my short review, which you can watch, by the way. But yeah, no, I like this car. In fact, I went to the launch of this car all the way back. I know it's been several years ago now, and they launched it back in Vegas a few years ago. And yeah, they did a total redesign of the car, and really, I've been a fan of this car ever since. I like it. Again, as we talked earlier, if you're an older guy like myself, you're not going to see this car marketed to you because that's not who it's marketed to. All of the marketing done on this car is kind of an underground marketing, social media, etc. That's why most people haven't seen Scion in the mainstream media side of the fence. You're just not going to see it there.
And well, exactly, and then that's where, I mean, I'm on social media every day, and really it is marketed to that. So that being said, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to email us, contact us on YouTube. Dad, as you can show them the different sunroofs in the back. This front one does open, the back one does not. Once again, we are on air every Saturday from 10 until 1 here in Colorado, in the Denver market on AM 560. If you're out of market, go to the TuneIn app. Download the TuneIn app, search 560 The Source. You'll find us there. Also on YouTube, if you're watching this, you've probably found us. But if not, type in Drive Radio, no spaces in the search bar. You'll find us on there. Tune into all of our other reviews. We love your feedback. Thanks for listening.